200 kilometers to the east, along the coast, we arrive in the first region recaptured by the Sri Lankan army. 2 years ago, a large proportion of the inhabitants here were Tamils. Since then, the Sinhalese, members of the ruling ethnic majority, have been growing in number. On this beach, 23 Sinhalese families have received a house with the government's help.
This is my house. This is my hall. And this is one. I have got 2 bedrooms to my home. So we are very happy to receive these houses from government and the NGOs. We are living very happy.
Land has become a divisive issue for these 2 communities.
Tamil people were lived here, and the government decided to give the lands for the in front of that road, main road.
Behind?
They are behind the main road, yes.
As the Sinhalese move in, the Tamil families are being pushed away from the coast and their traditional fishing zones. And it's not just the Sinhalese. The army too has been chasing the Tamils from their land. This local human rights activist helped forcibly displaced families.
We're going to see the mainland dispute in this area. 47 Tamil families were evicted so that a military base could be set up here after the war.
When the Tamil Tigers controlled this region, these men made a living by fishing. Today, chased from their land, they've lost their primary source of income.
Earlier, when we lived by the sea, I used to fish all night long, and I could earn 8 to 10 euros every day. But now we don't earn more than €1 or 2 a day.
This document given by the authorities proves that the land belonged to these families, but it was taken by the army to construct a high security zone. These people can't return home until the soldiers leave.
Some families tried to take their land back by force. After that, the army attacked them and sent them back.
All the families here are in the same situation. Evicted from their homes without any compensation, they don't know if they'll ever be allowed to move back.
My children were happy and free on our land. Today they say this place is too small. There are high security zones all across the country. This is why the youth are angry. They don't understand why we've been chased away from our land. Because of this, new rebel groups might form in the future, and my children might take up arms and join them.
Their complaints aren't justified in the eyes of the authorities. According to them, the soldiers are here temporarily. But as we head to the high security zone, a military base similar to dozens along this coast, we hear a different version.
The army will stay here for a very long time?
Yes.
Why?
Because of security. LTT, powerful area.
To stave off another rebellion, the army has recruited local allies. When they took over this region 2 years ago, they relied heavily on Tamil paramilitaries opposed to the LTTE. The head of the local government in Batticaloa is a former paramilitary leader.
There was a camp over there. My group attacked it.
He received the post in recognition of the role he played in defeating the Tigers.
My job today is to listen to the people and ensure the security of the region. This land was held by the Tigers. There were clashes in the past, but now everything is fine.
To show us the return of democracy to this area, he invites us to a political rally. This is the new face of Sri Lankan democracy. Barbed wire, armed soldiers and forced applause.
All communities, Tamils, Sinhalese, Muslims, should live together peacefully and work for the country's development.
His bodyguards prevent us from asking the Tamils what they think of their chief minister. Officially, the paramilitary groups have been disarmed. But humanitarian organizations allege that the chief minister still employs 1,000 of them to control the area. We are introduced to one of the few people ready to speak out about these accusations. Walar Madi's son was kidnapped 2 years ago. She's not heard from him since.
My son was attacked in front of me by some men. They were dressed like civilians. They hit him and accused us of being Tamil tigers. We complained to the police, but nothing was done because they were paramilitaries.
Those paramilitaries, they need the government to avoid prosecution. And on its side, the government needs these paramilitaries to do its dirty work. They work together. They share the responsibility, 50-50.
According to Tamil organizations, incidents of kidnapping are common. More than 5,000 civilians suspected of sympathizing with the Tigers have disappeared since the end of the war.